Good morning, everybody. This is Anne, and we're on day 25 of 365 days of keto with Anne. And today it's early here in Vancouver. I'm working here over the weekend for work. I'm at a really cool conference, and one of the things that I wanted to share from this conference is I saw this in the General Assembly. It's a little early this morning. We had the keynote speaker was a inspirational man. I'll put a link to his page, but essentially the story is he's blind. He didn't start off blind. He has a disease that as he aged, it got worse. So he has like 2% vision, and he's standing on the stage addressing over almost 1,000 people. And the exercise that I want to tell you about that he did is none of us, for one thing, knew who the keynote speaker was. They kept it as a secret so that everybody would be surprised by the exercise. So we all went in and sat down in this giant ballroom, and you're shoulder to shoulder with strangers, and they pass out blindfolds. And these are not just your cheap variety blindfold that you could peek around. These are serious blindfolds. Like, you cannot see. Once you put them on, they're tight. You can't see anything. And so they instructed us to put all of our blindfolds on and sit and listen to him talk. And so that was interesting, because then you're in his shoes, right? You're in the dark like he is, and you're vulnerable like he is, but not really, because you're sitting and he's standing in front of everyone else. But it didn't stop there. He then says, stand up, because he's talking about how he was stuck in his apartment as an adult for days and days because he was afraid to leave as his blindness got worse. And all he would drink was water. And what he really wanted was a glass of milk. And that is, something that is now a real strong theme for him in his presentation. What is your water that's keeping you safe and at home? And what is your milk, which is what you really want to go get, but you're afraid to? So he had us all stand up. Okay, so remember, you cannot see anything. There is no peeking around these blindfolds, okay? So you cannot see anything. I didn't know any of the people around me. Some people probably sat with friends, but I didn't know anybody. And that was kind of weird. I mean, it's a friendly place. Everyone's nice, but it's a little weird when you can't see anyone anymore and you're told to stand up. Okay, so you stand up. Then he says, I want you have to move. You have to leave your seat, and you need to meet at least 4 new people that you don't know. Okay, at least we're all in the same boat. But I want you to close your eyes, and when you're sitting in a random place, and try to do something. It really strips away all of your nonsense. It makes you vulnerable. It makes you dependent. And then so we did that. And that was, I wish I'd cheated and taken off my blindfold just to see the chaos, because I'm sure it was quite something to see, with people bumping into each other and grabbing each other and like, oops, sorry. So anyway, we had to keep our blindfolds on this whole time. Then he says, now go sit down. Okay, you've gotten up, you've walked around a tiny bit, and now you're supposed to go find a seat, which we did. We all did, and I ended up sitting down, and that was interesting, trying to not sit on someone else. And, these are rows and rows and rows of chairs that are side by side. Okay, so we're sitting down, and he says, now I want you to talk to the person beside you for 4 minutes, and I want you to tell them what your water is, meaning what is your safety net that you are clinging to, and what your milk is. And it can be personal, or it can be, business. But what is it in your life that is something that's holding you back because it's safe and comfortable? And what is the milk? What is it that you're wanting to do that you know is scary and you're afraid to try? Or, there's other things that you really want to get out and do, like he did when he just wanted to leave his apartment just to get a carton of milk. So, yes, thankfully, the stranger next to me was kind enough to go first. And then, then I went next. But I didn't talk about my personal life because obviously that's a stranger. But I wanted to share what my water is and what my carton of milk is on my keto page. So my water is that I'm comfortable at this weight, and it's easy to maintain, 5 or 7 pounds up and back, up and back, up and back. I can cheat a little and I can, still maintain it. My milk is to lose 20 pounds, and I got to work harder at it because it's really what I want. It's really, 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 it'll make me very happy if I can just bust through this and lose it. So thank you for looking at my 5 a.m. face from working 12 hours yesterday on my feet. I had a great day. It was awesome. I'm ready to go do it again and go get cleaned up. But I want you all to think about what is your water and what is your milk, and challenge yourself to get out of your comfort zone. So that's my message for today. Talk to y'all later.